Elon Musk holds 1 billion in Bitcoin. He isn't nervous. So my question is, why are you? Welcome back, Crypto Crew. It's your boy Tom here, keeping you up with the latest in cryptocurrencies. If you're ready to get into it, make sure that you hit the likes button, hit subscribe. Don't forget to come on over to X and follow us on X, where we talk about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency all day, every day, 24 hours a day. So Bitcoin is recently trading right around 82,000, stabilizing after a wild Q1 2025. It's down, man. It's down like 8% year to date, making this the worst first quarter since 2020. Now, that's an important number, 2020, because we've seen some huge rallies when we were down. So after peaking near 110,000 in January, Bitcoin saw a 35% correction, but it's held above the 76,600, that mid-March point that we need to hold that point, crew. We need to hold that point. Now, what's interesting is the trading volume has spiked 88% recently to 33.25 billion, signaling that market participants are still engaged. Now, on the technical side, we're looking at the weekly chart, which I have up right here. Really looks like, appears that there's a short squeeze in play. Now, once the market can recover above this, 92,000, it's really game on. Okay, it's game on. So, if I come on over to the daily charts, all right, it looks like, we got a bit of consolidation still going on. It's tight consolidation. Now, if we look at this chart pattern right now, we need a break really right now above that 85,000. Remember, that's that gap that we had to fill, that we did fill. So it was the CME market gap that's still in play over here, crew. I mean, so a breakout above 85,000 is a positive side for continuation towards the 88. However, the low down here must hold. That 76,600 must continue to hold, or we could see a deeper retracement. So far, so good, because as the Trump tariffs are working their way through the market, it's stabilized. The market is still digesting this news, and it's still trying to figure out which direction, it could go. So let's lay out a potential move in Bitcoin, okay? Now, here we have basically our resistance line coming right down through the top here, okay, giving us that solid resistance that we've had. We had the tops that we couldn't get over right now. Right now, we got that bottom sitting at 76.6. Okay, we have a current high right here. It's a slightly higher high than this high. We need to basically get this higher low, which basically is coming in right about now if we're right. And then we need the breakout above this 84,400, which was that CME market gap that, has been just tremendously difficult to surpass right now. But once we get through that, we could see a nice rally up to 100,000, 6 figures. It's just a matter of math, right? And then we could get a pullback. But remember always, as we said before, there's chirality of markets, chirality, left, right hand. So each trading pattern has a mirror image of itself. So if that bottom goes, it's not going to be fun. It's really not going to be fun. But on the institutional front, MicroStrategy Bitcoin holdings just surpassed 500,000 Bitcoin after $584 million buy-in, tightening up that supply shock narrative. And here's the plot twist. Eric and Donald Trump Jr. just invested in American Bitcoin mining operation, adding fuel to speculation that the U.S. Bitcoin reserve is on the horizon. But macro headwinds like the tariffs are still hurting us a little bit. And of course, the Fed hawkishness about interest rates is keeping us in check right now. So where do we go from here? Well, analysts are split. Some say Bitcoin could drop to 60,000, and that would be a massive area to buy, that's for sure, in stack coin. And others are saying that we could see 250,000 by year, and if the sentiment flips bullish. Now, let's get on to Ethereum. Ethereum is a strange little dove, so to speak, right now. Ethereum itself, it isn't looking as strong as Bitcoin. Ethereum is trading just below 2,000. It's down over about 6.5% over the past week, and a staggering 38% for Q1 2025. It's worst quarter since 2018. An important number as well, because we're going to point out right here, if you come on over to our X, we talk about that. Ethereum basically is in the spot where it created millionaires before. If I can just get to that quick one right here. Okay, Ethereum is back in the zone that built millionaires in 2017 and 2020. So are we poised for that? Well, we possibly could be. Right now, we're seeing that it's Ethereum pair is the weakest since May 2020, but it's not all bad news. New York Stock Exchange just filed a proposal to allow staking on Bitwise, ETH, Ethereum, and ETF, which could be huge for institutional adoption. Coinbase also flexed its muscle, revealing it's running 122,000 validators with 3.84 million Ethereum staked. That's over 8 billion securing the network. On-chain, Ethereum accumulation is heating up. Addresses holding 1,000 to 10,000 Ethereum increased their stash by 5.65%, while whales holding 10,000 to 100,000 Ethereum grew 28.73%. But here's the catch to this whole thing. The network demand is soft. So last week, daily Ethereum burn hit rate an all-time low, and the base level revenue dropped from 2.5 million to only 605,000 in early March, signaling its reduced activity. But the daily charts are showing the bullish divergence. Okay, so right now, if history repeats, if we go over to where we are in the past, this basically created millionaires. If history repeats itself with Ethereum, we could actually be seeing a nice rally run to around 3,800 by June. But if things break down, if that 1750 goes, we're looking at 1,200 to 1,000 in Bitcoin in Ethereum. So it's a lot of tough there's a lot of tough stuff happening, a lot of tough news today, but we got to get through it, right? We're market traders, so make sure that you're trading with the best. Follow us on Pionex, our go-to broker for new trade setups. We got fresh trades incoming every day. We're always on top of this stuff. So click the link below for daily updates. Get in on the action. Don't sleep on this crypto crew. Pionex is where the winners play. So we got in closing, okay? Bitcoin about to explode higher, or are we in for a little bit more of the downside? You let me know. Drop some comments below. And if you follow this valuable information today, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Make sure you come on over to X and follow us on X, where we talk about Bitcoin and crypto all day, every day. Make sure you follow us on Pionex. And remember, always, always, always trade with your head, not over it. Do your own research and make sure that you enjoy the party, but dance near the door. Cheers.